morning and welcome to Armin News TV. Today's segment is a quick introduction to Prince William Forest Park, located in Triangle, Virginia, just 30 minutes drive from Arlington. Prince William Forest Park benefits from federal funding and staffing from the National Park Service. It is one of 359 parks administered by the Department of Interior that does not have the designation of National Park. Today, the park is the largest forest in the Washington, D.C. area. It is 15,000 acres surrounded by suburban development. The park is an example of the physiography of the greater Piedmont region. Prince William Forest Park was established in 1933 by the 32nd U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt created a program to transform marginal and overworked land into morale-enhancing recreational space. The program engaged the Civilian Conservation Corps to build bridges, dams, cabins, and lakes. For 3 years during World War II, the park was closed to the public because it was used as a secret government training site. The forest has 5 components. The forest floor is best described by the National Park Service promotional and educational materials. To quote, "This Piedmont forest ecosystem is more than just trees. Within the forest are tiers of living space that support a wide variety of plants and animals. The forest floor, a nutrient-rich mat that includes rotting leaves and ferns, is home to tiny animals that hide in the litter. The second layer of the forest is herbaceous, often filled with low plants and wildflowers in the spring. The third layer is mid-sized shrubs like the pawpaw plant. The fourth layer is juvenile trees or saplings that make up the understory. The highest level of the forest is the tree canopy. Prince William Forest Park is home to many an insect, frog, salamander, deer, squirrel, birds, and fish that can be easily identified by a park visitor. The park is home to a total of 17 hiking trails covering a distance of over 29 miles. The shortest of the trails is the interpretive Piedmont Forest Trail at 1/3 of a mile in length. The longest hiking trail is the South Valley Trail, which is 9.7 miles. In late fall, after most of the deciduous trees are without leaves, a visitor to the park can see evergreen trees, the American holly, the eastern red cedar, and the mountain laurel. The American holly leaves are glossy and have distinct, evenly spaced spines along the edges. The eastern red cedar or juniper needles are short and form 4-sided twigs that are pointed and prickly. The bark is distinct, thin, peeling, and very fibrous. The mountain laurel leaves are simple, elliptical, smooth, pointed, and are clustered at branch tips. The bark has a red tint and splits with age. 3 deciduous trees that can be identified this time of year by trunk texture and fallen leaves are the American beech, the northern red oak, and the white oak. I'd like to end this news segment with a poem written by a fall 2020 Armin candidate. Can you ID a tree by her bark? Come with me to Prince William Forest Park. We have much to see and do before dark. What can we see within a few feet of us? What is the name of this plant, shrub, or moss? What is the name of this textured bark tree? Never mind that I sprained a limb using my dichotomous key. We're off this autumn day to go explore in the forest, taking pictures of this and that, whilst listening to the sound of the birds, beautiful like a chorus. My favorite are the mosses, miniature mushrooms, and ants so low and small. It's such a contrast to the amazing collection of trees so very, very tall. Let's get to it with our binos, cameras, and new naturalist skills. Perhaps we will see fish underwater, breathing with gills. We hear a pileated woodpecker, tap, tap, tap. It brings us such joy, we want to clap, clap, clap. We come to the forest for some peace and quiet. It's a change from our daily life in Metro DC, which can be quite a riot. It's beginning to get dark. Our adventure is coming to a close. Yet we know the South Fork of the Quantico Creek still flows. I wish you a constant curiosity when it comes to the forest. Keep up the good work and continue to adore it. Back to you, Armin team cohorts. This is Michelle Nolan reporting live in Prince William Forest Park. second layer of forest is the herbaceous, often